Good morning. Welcome to day 9 of our daily 15-minute class. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying it. Today's class is going to be a nice little full body focus class. So a little bit of everything. A little bit of ab work, a nice little bit of stretchy rotation, and also a bit of upper body work. Sound good? Good. So we're going to start by sitting down, cross-legged on the mat. And we're just going to do a nice stretch to begin with. So I want your palms on your knees and you're sitting up nice and tall. I want you to think about lengthening out of the top of your head, sending the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Lovely. And then I want you to press your palms against your knees as you drop your head down and round the spine. Good. And then breathing in, I want you to pull on your knees. Growing tall, rolling the shoulders back and just opening up across the front of the body. And then breathing out as you push into the knees again. You're opening up all across the shoulder blades. You're pulling your rib cage in and back. And inhale to sit up tall into extension. And one more each way. Dropping the head down, rounding back into the stretch and breathing in to open up across the chest. Gorgeous. And just coming into your neutral. Lovely. Turn on your mat. So you're facing the end of the mat here. Feet are hip width distance apart. And I want you to try and keep your ankles and your knees in line so your inner thighs doing a little bit of work as well. Okay? So sitting up really nice and tall, imagine your back's up against a wall and the back of your head is touching that wall as well. Extend your arms forward and then we're going to round the back. So taking the back into like a C curve position and then start to lower yourself down to the floor and hold it at the point where you can keep your feet on the floor and you can feel the abdominals doing a bit of work here. And then diving forward from the forehead, lifting up towards the ceiling, growing super tall, reaching out of the tops of the fingers. And again, arms come down, round in the back, rolling back towards the floor. Hold. And dive forward, lifting up, waking up the upper back. Brilliant. And again. Exhale to roll back. Inhale to dive forward, lifting up. And roll. Hold it for a second. Let those abdominals do a bit of work. And dive forward, lifting the arms. Reaching those thumbs back behind you so you feel the upper back working. One more here. And dive forward, extending out of the fingertips. And we're going to do one more roll back here and hold, okay? So round in the spine, arms are parallel with the floor. I'm going to bring my feet in closer towards my bum, just adjust myself a bit here. Okay, I want you to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, hold in this position. And other side. Good. So it's like a marching of the arms, taking the up overhead and switching sides. And what you'll feel is you'll start to feel the shoulders working, all those muscles around the shoulders connecting. The hip flexors, top of the legs are working hard here too. And the abs, of course, have got their job. Hold it here. You're going to go from side to side with the arms now, reaching one arm wide and bringing it back to center. And other side. Good. Now, you shouldn't be feeling this in your lower back. If you are, I want you to come up a little bit, keeping that curved shape of the spine. Reach. Good, good. Last one. We're going to dive forward, sit up tall, reach the fingers to the ceiling. Wow, hip flexors are working hard here. And now we're going to slowly roll all the way down to the floor. So coming into that curved spine position, I want you to tuck your tailbone under, allowing your lower back to hit the mat first. Mid back goes down and dropping the head. Hands come down to the mat. Lovely. Just going to shimmy myself down a bit. All right. So knees are bent, feet are on the floor. And I want you to interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. Lovely. And then float your legs up one at a time. Marvellous. We're going to do a little bit of ab work here. So chest lifts to start with. Breathing out, lifting the head, nose toward your knees, and then slowly lowering your head down. Good. And again, exhale to come up. And inhale to lower. So your elbows are staying nice and wide. Try not to hug your head. Just let the abdominals do the work to bring you up. Nice. You're lifting the head and trying to get the shoulders off of the floor too. Lower down. One more like this. Good. And on the next lift up, you're going to drop the toe, one toe down towards the floor. So head lifts, shoulders lift, one leg drops, and then bring everything back to that start position. And other side, you're lifting up, you're tapping a toe down. And back. Breathe out to lift. Inhale to lower. And switch. Lovely. Switch sides. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Nice. And last one here. Amazing. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling, keeping your legs in tabletop. I know the tops of your legs are probably feeling this now. We're going to do our spine twist. Knees are together, feet are together. Now, relax your shoulders into the floor. And you're going to twist your knees to one side. So without your hands on the floor, you've got no support here apart from your core supporting you. And then bring your knees back to center. And then twist over to the other side. So you're going to have limited range. So don't worry about trying to get your knees to the floor. And twist. This is more about stabilization and control. You also want to try and keep your fingers facing up to the ceiling. So as you twist, your arms should stay nice and still. One more on each side. And last one here. Lovely. Drop the feet one at a time. Extend the legs long and take your arms overhead. So your arms want to be hovered off of the floor. Don't allow them to go all the way back to the mat because then you lose that connection through the abdominals. So hover the arms up, connect the back of the ribs to the floor. We're going for the roll up. So breathing in, circle the arms up. Breathe out. To come all the way up and then stretch and reach the fingers forward into your spine stretch. We're going to reverse that by rounding back slowly with control. Pubic bone to nose. Allow the lower back to find the mat. Mid back goes down, drop the head, take the arms back. Lovely, and we go again. Inhale, float the arms. Now use that breath to bring you all the way up and stretch forward into the spine stretch. and slowly take it back down. Control the lower, get that lower back to hit the mat, and the rest of the spine follows, taking the arms overhead. Let's do one more here. Inhale, breathe out, and reach, 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 reach past your toes if you can. And slowly stack the spine up nice and tall, up against that imaginary wall, and hold it here. Let me shimmy back. Okay, so arms are going up towards the ceiling, and we're going to split the arms in opposite directions and turn. And then growing tall, take the fingers up towards the ceiling and over to the other side. So a nice little twisty rotational move here. Lovely for the spine, but also really good for the shoulders as well. And reach and rotate. Lovely, lift and twist. Those hip flexors are probably feeling this as well, just from sitting up nice and tall this way. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Nice. And last one here. Brilliant. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling and circle them down to the mat. Lovely. All right, so I want you to come over onto all fours. Knees are hip width distance apart, and your wrists are in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. Okay, so eyes are facing down towards the floor, and you want a little lift of the tummy here. You don't want it to hang low, otherwise you'll feel it in your lower back. So gentle lift, gentle engagement of the abdominals. Tuck your toes under. So we're going to go for a knee hover here. We're working into the upper body. So I want you to press your weight into your hands and toes as you breathe out and hover the knees off of the floor. Now hold it here for a few seconds. Lifting the back of your head up towards the ceiling. Nice. And lower the knees down. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do that exact same thing again. So our weight is over our hands. As we press into the floor, we're hovering the knees off of the mat. We're nice and long through the body, through the neck. Think about pulling your belly button away from your leggings, just to connect the abdominals a little bit more. And drop the knees down. Nice. Got one more in you? So exhale. Just a hover. I'm talking a centimetre or an inch off of the floor. Fab. Now, this is an optional add-on. You can extend one leg away and the opposite leg away, coming into your front support or plank. Okay, hover one knee in, hover the opposite knee in, and finally dropping the knees down. Whew. Okay, I'm going to do another one of those. So, pressing into the hands and toes, hover the knee first. Then extend one leg back at a time. If this is too much, just stay in that bent knee hover. Okay, I want you to extend out the top of the head, roll the shoulders back, pull the rib cage in, hover one knee in, hover the other one in, and lower the knees down. So good. We're going to do one more. So, exhale. Knees come up. Take the legs back one at a time. Hold it here for a few seconds. Feel everything working. Shoulders, upper body, abdominals. And then from here, I want you to take the bum high, push your weight back, and coming up into your up stretch here. So taking all that weight out of the shoulders and finding a stretch. down the back of the legs, down to the calf. Really nice. And then bending one knee at a time, we're going to stretch out the calves with a little walking movement. Good. Keep pressing the mat away from you, keeping your weight back. For 3, 2, last one, straightening both heels, straightening both legs, taking both heels to the floor. And then slowly raising up onto the balls of your feet. Taking your weight back over your hands into that front support, nice long straight body. And slowly drop the knees down one at a time. Brilliant. Sit back on your heels, take your hands forward and just drop your head down to the mat. Take a nice big breath into the back of the rib cage. And slowly walk your hands towards you, sitting up, and you're all done. Good, I hope you enjoyed today. That was a nice little 15-minute burn, wasn't it? And good to move the body. Join me tomorrow for day 10.